Hello and welcome to the ScotDanGames review for Jet Set Willy. The follow-up to the classic Manic Miner is based within and around a sprawling mansion that Willy must tidy up by collecting objects scattered around the place. His disgruntled housemaid has the key to Willy's bedroom and she won't return it until it's cleaned up. This is the game where the protagonist would much rather walk around his mansion where peril meets him in every room rather than give his paid housekeeper a slap for withholding the key to his bedroom. Go figure. What set Jet Set Willy apart from its contemporaries was that the screens didn't have to be completed in linear fashion. Instead, you could pick and choose which screen to complete in any order. The title screens of the Spectrum and Amstrad both include a colourful version of the impossible Penrose triangle. The Amstrad title screen also includes a nice scroll feature, but the text is so fast that it's difficult to keep up with important things like what the game keys are that you'll need to press. Also, the Spectrum's title screen goes incredibly mad after a short set period and is clearly unsympathetic to those who are epileptic. Unfortunately, the Commodore title screen is nothing but sorry looking green and brown eponymous text. Things do look up for the Commodore on the title screen in that the music excels from its infamous SID chip, fleshing out the best of Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata. The Amstrad's version is a slower, more sombre affair that you might expect at a funeral parlour with the musical direction of Richard Clayderman. Music from the Spectrum is the complete opposite, with a collection of random notes that somehow hit the right spots at least 65% of the time at Benny Hill speed. Onto the main game and straight into the second screen of the Spectrum, there is a bug that means if you fall down the bottom of the screen then you'll be placed back into the same position upon receiving a new life. This has the effect of making you automatically lose all of your lives in continuation, and you want me to confidently believe I can get through the whole game? Enter the Commodore and Amstrad experiences and you're placed within a different starting location, the bathroom, which is a much easier starting point. Aside from the interface that indicates how many lives you have left, the main game screen on the Amstrad appears to have been ported directly across from Planet Spectrum. The Commodore's graphics appear only slightly better produced, however, the colour palette looks to be some kind of homage to George Mildred's wallpaper. Willy has to avoid a number of enemies such as moving razor blades, barrels, toilets and a chicken egg that rolls from one end of the screen to the other, as chicken eggs often do. This was just a sign of the times. We often played games back then whereby villains were household objects such as flying toasters. Whoever said the 80s weren't a time of class and sophistication? For me, the Spectrum is the most difficult version to traverse. It seems to be ransacked with bugs that leave you far from any real longing to keep on playing. Similarly, the remaining platforms are the Buffy nightmare equivalent compared to the Spectrum's Freddy Krueger. Simple things such as trying to pass a staircase instead of going up it can leave you stranded for ages. Maybe there's an axe doing this, but it beats me. I can still remember the frustration of playing this as a teenager and trying not to yell out like Rambo and wishing I could shoot up the computer with my joystick. I thought it was perhaps my lack of teenage patience, but lo, it is not. Although it's an undeniable classic and I hate having to end the review on this note, I would probably have to get it put down if it was an animal. It's simply far too riddled with bugs. At times the call for expert time is far too great, and when you think you've done a great job of passing through 15 levels without fault, something comes along to take all your precious lives from you.